No, I don't. I don't want this. Please. What? Oh, that's what that is. I don't know how to fix that though. And noodles. I feel like I can never station that at 8 mana. You can just like get rid of bad cards when they don't work. Kind of interesting. Or so what are all the 1 and 2 mana reanimates? Creature. Holy typing. Two energies. So this is a 2-drop. Escape is fine, I guess. Is this good? I think they're all sorceries. Maybe there's some instants. It's probably fine. Are there any good targets for this? I'd say Sun Titan, but then it can't swing. There's gotta be like, excuse me, something here. Plus, I need. Um, oh, I guess I'll craft Steel Shaper's Gift. Yeah. Delny. Could probably do Heir Apparent, but that's. Eh. I don't think I've seen the Eagle thing. I can put Library in. It's a mono white deck. It's fine. So what are good reps? Maybe Brimaz for the sake of it. Oh yeah, that probably triggers. Skyclave is fine. Can name. Eh. I don't know if Felia is doing anything. I don't think so. Voice? Yeah, okay. Is there any way to get Painter Servant going? There's Enlightened Tutor, and that's it, I think. Which probably is not going to wind up being in here. What about this? I can probably play Reclamation too, right? Is there a mono white collected company? Why am I thinking there is? Oh, how many Assemble the Players cards are there? Honestly, quite a bit. There's actually a lot. It's non-creatures, right? I could play Thalia. I don't really think I like Thalia, though. Wait, why is Vista in here? What the heck? Let me look at the lands again. I don't know if Nykthos is doing anything. But... That's mono white. It's not really that much in lands department. Well, all of this works, I guess. There's probably a couple artifacts that might be doing something. I don't know. What's the one that makes soldiers? Oh yeah, I think I want Get Lost instead of Erode. Monument works, right? It's a discard. It's the same as Connive, except instead of counters, you get 1/1s, right? Monument is a card. I feel like I tried this in a similar deck and it was bad, but I can't remember what deck that was. I'm sure it's something. What is that card I'm thinking of? Ah, this one, I think. Yeah, you double your tokens over and over. All right, we'll try that. We'll try that one. I don't need Inspector. Oh, how did this get in here? Whoops. Guess I clicked these two. Okay. There's a deck here, maybe. All right, I've been sort of busy, and then I got sick, but I'm back. I have played over the past week where I haven't posted anything. A fair amount of these commanders in the new set. A lot of them just don't really work too well at all. So, new set not looking too good. I think I had said that already, but yeah. This is no exception. It is mono white. It's kind of got that get out from under your opponent thing going on. I think if you're doing a mono white thing, it's just, well, it's obviously rather difficult, but I think this is probably just worse than Felia, and I had just played Felia, so I don't expect this to do too well, but it's kind of interesting. It is, unfortunately, dependent on your opponent doing stuff. Otherwise, it's a 2-1, right? That's pretty sketchy, but your opponent probably has to cast spells that aren't just creatures over the course of a game. So I like the reanimate spells. I can discard 3 drops and then reanimate them with 2-mana cards, and also just grab things that have died before with the reanimate spells and whatnot. So there's that kind of thing. I put the equipment package in here. I crafted Steel Shaper's Gift finally, so I have that one now. This is kind of interesting, maybe? I don't know. This is only in here because it's basically free. If it ever messes me up one time, I'll probably take it out. You really only get to use this on the draw in a deck like this if that's not what happens, and you really just can't expect to ever get to 7 cards ever again. And yep, that's it. Mono white stuff. Mono white stuff. I don't want to re-roll that, so I guess I'll do that later. What is this? Oh, this is the old one. It flips into something? Okay. I can get a black sword? That might be compelling. I think my opponent likes Venom. I will play my... Oh, you know what? Maybe now I don't play my commander. I could still just play it anyways, honestly. No, let's just do this. Grab this. The Lion Sash is also kind of interesting, to be fair. Maybe. Oh, alright. I guess I'm just dead next turn. Would have been nice to have my commander in play. My opponent did cast 2 spells. Well, they have to have something in their hand. Otherwise, this doesn't really matter. Okay. Yep. I didn't expect Skrelv to matter, given Sneak Attack. I'm not going to beat Sneak Attack in 5 turn cycles. Okay. At least it wasn't Emrakul. It would have definitely been a commander cast turn. Although, I mean, it would die anyway. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm dead to what they did, but given what I saw, it would have been better to do that. I don't think I like that hand. This hand is slightly better. It's, again, one of those few spots I can actually play this and have it matter, where I can just die turn 2. I could probably already concede. I think I'm going to. My opponent is going to successfully ignore me and also probably not play many non-creatures because I think that's a very creature-heavy commander. That was on the draw against 4 mana on turn 2. But we drew a card. We did it. We beat the game. We beat the game. Library better than my commander, confirmed. Okay. There's compelling Mana Tithe targets. Looks like we have to deal with either Pyrokinesis or Solitude, though. I'm gonna literally counter anything ever. Even though countering Solitude and Pyrokinesis is nice, there's a decent chance they don't work. That's kind of tragic. Am I playing my commander? Yeah, I'd play it in the face of Solitude, I'd say. Which is a horrible outcome for me, but I just have to hope it's the other one. Of course it isn't. Well, at least they didn't wait. It seems like people suffer severely with the idea of waiting, because you could just draw a bad white card, and then Solitude away that card instead of Farewell. Interesting. There's... I think it's like just Doomscar. I'm actually not quite sure what that is. I think it's just Doomscar. Also, I could have cast this. I made a mistake there slightly. I don't think Sammy plays Doomscar, though. Well, this person's playing Farewell, so maybe they do. This is good. Later. I kind of have to do this or I lose the game. Hope my opponent doesn't get something busted. Steel Shaper's Gift. No, we do this before I forget. And then do this. And then... I think this one's slightly better. Doesn't really matter. It really doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, this is a mono red permanent. Maybe it, in some kind of way it does. I still think this is Doomscar. Hard to tell, though, honestly. I think I'm going to discard this, so I shouldn't cast it. That makes sense to me, at least. Let's kill the Hexing Shusher, or we could just ignore them. They don't actually affect me that much. I'm still going to discard this. Oh, look, it's Doomscar. Get rid of you. I can Helping Hand my commander, right? Yeah. And I suppose I will. We play this. I should have played this first. I should have played that first. Absolutely. Alright, now I'm the one with Solitude. Or not. I'm the one that just loses to that card, because of course. Let's get rid of, I guess, Solitude at this point. Draw a card. Make a treasure token. Draw a card, I guess. Yep. Guess that's that. Probably one of the best possible cards in their entire deck here. I can equip both of these. And that does imply I can't really go face. But, I mean, excuse me, I can't swing at Ugin. But I don't know if that matters. Maybe it does. It's pretty horrible, though. I'm going face. And then just start vomiting nonsense? Okay, I can move this or just not move anything. I can play this. Oh no, they have a Fountain Port token. I have to move this. Oh, I guess I don't, because I can just give it protection anyways. Yeah, I can give it protection anyways. I can Skyclave the Mana Rock? I suppose? And then I go to combat. This is 11. How much damage do I have? Protection from blue. And then counter here and here. I think I have to swing an Ugin, which is so... I mean, it's not... It is ultimating. I can't let it ultimate, so I have to do something about that. Unfortunately. I do have the ping, actually. I do have the ping. Yeah, alright. I have the ping from the sword. Okay, I can grab another equipment, which doesn't really matter, but I can. And then I can play this. And then my opponent needs a third board wipe. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Sweet. Sweet, we did it. I beat an Ugin. Look at that. That was in play for 10 years. This is a, I want to say, kind of a weird Sammy deck, but maybe not. A lot of removal, a lot of sweepers. This thing, they seem like they take a massive blow on their Sammy consistency just to have a lot of interaction, and they might just be better off, at least in my opinion, just being better off going all in on Sammy and just winning instead of doing all this interactive stuff. But I had dealt with the problems, right? The One Ring is probably going to beat me. Farewell is probably going to beat me, which they got rid of with Solitude. Ugin somehow didn't beat me. Alright, sweet. Crazy. Oh my goodness. I did not expect to win that. Of all the things to win, that was not the first game I thought I would win. Okay. I think this is right to play turn 1. And if not, then rip. I don't expect them to play a bunch of non-creature stuff. Okay, now I feel better about casting my commander right now. Yeah, sure. Kind of annoying how it gets in the way of my turn 2 play a lot, when sometimes I don't want to play it. But they didn't play a 1-drop, so I think I want to play my commander. If they did, I probably wouldn't. Alright, let's get rid of you. My opponent isn't even concerned with my commander, which is just emphasis on how questionable it is. Alright, let's play this, I guess. It can target itself. Maybe it should have there. Yeah, maybe I should have targeted this. Probably, yeah. I don't know what this does. Turns a land into a planet. Okay. Interesting. Let's play you. I really wish I could get Brimaz in play, and that's fine though. Let's do what I gotta do. Here and... Wait, no. Here and here again. I don't really have a choice anymore because of the 2-2. But hopefully Mana Tithe works. Oh, okay, I don't like that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We killed him. That's lethal. We actually just killed him. That's just dead on board. Wow. Okay. Through his swords. They didn't respect my commander. Isn't that's so funny? Straight up didn't respect this. Although, to be fair, I think this is probably better than... Well, where'd it go? This was probably better than my commander. And it would have killed them because I would have at least gotten it once. How do I see this? Oh, the assemble. I was also drawing a dead card. I can't use it. Sweet. My opponent also might have had something better and just didn't want to cast anything but creatures. But this is another deck that's just creatures, right? And this might not work that much. Who needs it to work? The beat down. Okay. I'll take it. Look at that. Did all my fancy stuff. I just got this on paper. I think it's like the... Yeah, it is. It's the only card I got from the Hobbit set. The giant, slightly, maybe worse Boundless Realms. Oh, that's an interesting one. Probably a lot of sweepers, though, and removal. Probably. Monument might have text on it. It gets rid of Bandit's Talent. Interesting. Opponent is deeply threatened by my 2-1. Interesting. I have nothing to do but this. Does Ral just kill it? Or does it just not care? It could also just not care about it. I'm gonna get rid of Thraben Charm. I just want a 1-1 in play. I think that's just something I should do. And Brimaz, again, a good draw, a good card to play right now, but I don't want to play into a sweeper, and this is just pretty useful. Yeah, I would have liked to got rid of a land, but I really think a 1-1 is good here. Alright, let's get rid of Jolted Awake. Let's get rid of a land. And then draw. Yeah, they're gonna target the Steel Shaper's Gift, even though I can't actually equip anything. I didn't make a treasure. But I'm kind of hoping they take the gift. Okay, and then I suppose I make them lose 3? I don't need a treasure token, right? Yeah. It's not like it's bad, though. Okay, we drew that again. I think I'll just play the card my opponent knows about. It's dead.
And both go here. There's looks like a removal spell. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I doubt it's Dark Ritual at this point, so I don't know. I think we would have seen a sweeper last turn. Nope. Of course not. Let's get rid of Witch Enchanter and draw. Yeah, we want to draw here. Jolted Await is 2 mana, and I have my commander, so I'll Jolted Awake my commander. Oh, if I cycled that, I'd be a little upset. Wait, I thought it was 2. Oh, it is. Yeah. It's just the energy thing. It says you can target anything. Okay, let's play the land they know about. Let's play this. Alright, we have stuff in play again. We did it. We beat the game. Alright, my opponent got rid of all my stuff. Let's play this, because the only way to really answer it is a... I will play a land. I will play a land. Probably going to get rid of Solitude here, almost. I think I do get rid of Solitude? Okay, that makes it easier. I guess I get rid of that. Moon Shadow. Oh yeah, because you surveil. Right. I guess I'm going to Extraction Specialist my commander. Play another land. Let's just cast Solitude right now. Almost willing to trade, but not quite. It also puts Solitude in play. They want to sacrifice the Moon Shadow? Why? What's the point of that? Alright, well, I guess I'll find out. I don't see the point of that. And I'm not going to cast the Giver of Runes. I don't think it really matters. And it's a 1/1 if I just discard it. I really don't think Giver of Rune matters. Well, there's Toxic Deluge and something else maybe. Alright. I mean, I guess they don't have a board wipe. I'll keep the Giver. Treasure or lose 3? No, you just want to keep drawing. I'll keep drawing. Okay. I will make 1/1s. And I suppose I will now just do this. And swing? I don't see a reason not to just continue to play lands. So I'll just play lands. I don't see a reason not to. Any problems in the graveyard? No. No problems in the graveyard yet. Is my opponent dead? No. Let's get the sort of you can't do anything about me. Let's put this here. All right, we did it. We did it. We got through a damnation. I'm surviving board wipes with this deck, whereas I think Felia kind of just didn't. It's kind of crazy. Maybe I just needed to reanimate spells in Felia, but yeah, just keeping the commander cheap seems good. And these draw go back and forth things, one for wanting when you can do anything with this trigger, puts your opponent at a disadvantage. We can see the value of merely just making a couple 1/1s against something that doesn't like to play against 1/1s is really good. And this is a deck that definitely has a lot of spells in it, so it triggers my commander. This keeps me in the game to a drawing, but I could have been more aggressive, and they probably would have lost, like, I don't know, 12 life to this thing. I just think drawing is always better, because if I just do 12 life and my opponent stabilizes and I can't hurt him anymore, it's like I did nothing with my card, as opposed to just drawing to keep myself in the game. But sweet. We did it. We did it. Might have even been able to beat whatchamacallit there too. We can mulligan for Lion Sash or a way to find Lion Sash. This is a way to find Lion Sash. I don't think it's too slow. They turn 4 is like turn 2. There are a bunch of discard spells, and I have a second card that they have to discard first. So this could just work out. Looks like they have the discard spell. Kind of annoying. I mean, it could be Wayfarer's Bauble. I mean, I'm the only Stick Fingers player, apparently, that plays the 1-mana ramp spells. There's like you get a Lander token, and you get the Wayfarer's Bauble. Sometimes Exploration Burgeoning are good, too. Because you're trying to do one thing all the time. This will trigger, but like I said, there's one thing that matters, and I'm going to do it, even though my opponent is about to cast a discard spell on turn 2. I still have swords, so. And it also might not be able to do anything. Or it does literally both things, because of course. You have to take Lion Sash. You literally have to take Lion Sash. It's wow, really? Okay. This deck doesn't play board wipes. And if it does, good lord. I don't see a reason to play Legion's Landing. Doesn't matter. Just, like, doesn't matter. They just can't play Stick Fingers right now. Okay, my opponent just has more ideal answers. I don't know what you Vampiric Tutor on top here. Probably a Reanimate spell that costs 1 and then I can lose next turn. Yeah, that's it. Well, perfect answers, I guess. Destroy target enchantment, any number, exile any number of target player. Unbelievable. I didn't even know that was an out in my deck and I drew it. Unbelievable. We'll see if it matters. They could have just top decked a discard spell. I didn't even know this was an out in my deck. But it looks like Reanimate. Despite everything. Get dunked on. Oh my goodness. Get dunked on. Oh. Oh my goodness. We did it. We did it. My opponent knows I top decked that too. Oh, yes. Oh man, that's just toxic. Oh my goodness. Look at that. We did it. Somehow did it. Unbelievable. I haven't actually played Delny yet. Witch Enchanter with Delny against Haibai is kind of cool, I guess. Yeah, we'll play this turn 1. I don't think I'm putting something in my hand that matters early enough to want to cast it. I'm on the draw, so I don't get to, like, do this before they cast the inevitable talisman or something. Tamiyo, what? I guess Haibai draws with the draw shrines? I suppose. It's certainly a thing you can do. Alright. Well, if I play this, what am I getting? Blue-red? I feel like the black-green one is better here. It has protection from the 4/4, and it, like, lets me do more things in a turn cycle. That probably matters. I might have to play this as a land. I can't not play land, so... Renin 6 in a Haibai deck? Okay, is this just like Super Friends dumbness and you have like 2 shrines? That might be what it is. Looking like it. Let's do this. I have to. And then I play Delny? No, that's weird. Brimaz? Can I take a turn off to just do something weird like that? I could just get rid of Tamiyo, which doesn't really affect anything, honestly. I think I'm doing it anyways. I think I'm doing it anyways. And then I'm going to swing with literally nothing because Stoneforge Mystic and Giver Runes have text. Kind of unfortunate, but such is life. This is probably just card draw shrines, if I had to guess. Renin 6 is still very strange. It is an answer to 1-drops early. Is it early enough? I don't know on the draw. Alright, looks like they can't beat the sword. I'm sure there are, like, just card draw shrines, but Planeswalkers do not enjoy creatures, and unless they have board wipes and stuff, I don't know. But they gave up before they even cast the 4/4, but again, they know it doesn't work. I mean, they know it doesn't work for 2 different reasons, right? Interesting game. Okay. Tamiyo Renin 6. Tamiyo is really weird. Really weird. How many spells do you have? I mean, I guess I get it with the card draw shrines, but it just seems odd. I also somehow have a positive record right now. Okay. Oh my goodness, it's Atali. It's not Ralph and Mikey. I guess I always name human? Human. And then, yeah, just run this out. Hopefully it matters. I don't know. Currently not. Let's play you. Swing. Opponent did not play a 2-minute card or a 1-minute card. That is very uncommon. Very uncommon. Let's get rid of... Well, I would have liked to get rid of this, but... Get rid of... that? No, I like that, though. Everything is bad. I guess I'm getting rid of Solitude. I haven't seen a Pyroclasm in 10,000 years, but I am playing a mono white deck, so it only makes sense. Would have loved to have discarded that card. Can't play and equip the thing, so I guess I'll just play that and swing. I could have played Sentinel's Eyes, I guess. It's not like I really use my graveyard. What does that one do? It fights. So, play and equip the sword. Actually be able to do something. Atali doesn't have many good hits in my deck. Perfect fetch land. Is it like the first? No, it's the second fetch land. That has protection. No, I can't swing into that, so let's play... Can I get... Nope. Can't do that either. Let's do this. Is this a sorcery? No. Alright, let's pass. Alright, random ramp spell, please. What do they get on my side? Agent Bishop, not the worst thing that could have happened, I guess. Loot away the Enduring Courage. Could have looted away this, maybe? Still assuming it's somewhat relevant, and it Doesn't seem to be, so. Atali has that poison text on it. They didn't put counters on it, though. It would have kind of been a problem, though. Alright, we have tokens. We did it. Boromir, that kind of helps, right? Boromir's a soldier, which is kind of funny. Is this red on the backside? It is, okay. They named Eldrazi, so I assume that just means they have it, as is tradition. Let's just play this, I guess? Or maybe that was wrong. It probably doesn't matter. They should have been putting counters on it the whole time, and they just didn't. Okay. Maybe it did matter. Maybe I just should not have played the Phantom there. Yeah, I think it did matter. I think I might have thrown the game. Let's play this. I think I threw the game. I was supposed to double my tokens and didn't. Yeah, I think I just totally threw. I think I win if I just activated the horn again, and I didn't. Okay, 4. You go there, you go there. What do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Sure. I forgot to sacrifice Boromir. I threw again. I didn't sacrifice Boromir. What am I doing? You've got to be kidding me. Why did... I just didn't sack it. Oh my god, dude. Alright, I threw twice. I literally threw twice. If I swing all out, they have 3 blockers. That goes there. Those go there and there. They take 7. They're not dead. I can't believe I did that. What am I doing? Like two times. It's just like so in my face, and I just chose not to do it. Like, it's so obvious. Alright, whatever, yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna concede. I threw the game twice. I'm pretty sure I win this game in 2 different ways. I had 2 opportunities, and I just decided to not win the game. That's really annoying. Whatever. Is what it is. Is what it is. Two attempts at winning. And as far as I'm to tell with the last card in their hand, both of them would have won. I only needed to do one of them. I only needed to do one of them and I would have won. Oh, on the draw. Guess I won't concede. What the heck is this? Naturalize or draw? Okay, interesting. Play Voice of Victory? I think I play Voice so I can get lost without them being able to stop it, right? Does that even matter? I feel like it doesn't. I can just recast it anyways. Do you not have another land? What? Okay. If they find another land, am I dead? Almost. Does that change anything? Does anything matter? I guess I can do this. That way, if they do find a land, I don't just die. Can I swing with Voice? It dies itself, and then the one's... No, alright, not really. Lion Sash eating the land in the graveyard also could have done something. Sort of. Kind of. Fortunately, Demolition Field has no targets. Wait, what? Alright, I guess I'm gonna assume that means there's a combat trick in him and not gonna block. Okay. You just sandbag that for no reason. Always kills me. Well, I would have lived if I left up Get Lost, but I mean, I don't think I lived the second time they cast Tifa. Maybe. I mean, no, they can't reanimate the lands they got rid of. I don't think so. What does this do? I don't think you can kill this after it's attacked with this, so this doesn't actually help me. At least I don't think it does. Wow, they didn't have Dark Ritual. Oh my goodness. I'll draw and get rid of Rift Spoon. My opponent takes, I have no idea what. They gave me a land. Oh, I guess I already had one. Actually, you know what? They probably should take this, which is funny. That's actually really funny. They should take this. But who knows? Or they could take the horn if they think it's going to kill them. It's kind of slow, but it's probably faster than not having it. Yep, they do take that. I think that was right. It's target attacking or blocking, so I can still swing. I don't know if you can play it as a land from exile like that. Maybe. Opponent not interested. They put this to their hand? Don't you want to leave it in the graveyard? What? So at this point, we just leave up the horn. Because I didn't draw a land. And I think that's it. Yep, I don't see any other reasonable line. Still just totally dead to Damnation like usual. Not dead to that. I don't have an answer to it. is not an answer. Let's play literally nothing. All right. Do this. This is definitely worth it. I should activate this now. There is no reason not to activate this. I'm dead to the same cards. I can't do it post sweeper. Anyways, I'll just activate it. It just doesn't matter. I mean, I'm on a white deck. I'm always going to be all in like this. Even if they play Zodiac, Zodiark, it's the same logic. My opponent has Ral in their deck? Wow. Let's get rid of Portable Hole. That was a reason to not activate it, because I could have technically got another 1/1, I suppose. Are they dead? Are they just dead here? They block the 2/1. They take 13, 14. Wait, I protection from here. They block a 1/1. They're exactly dead if I tap this and swing all out. Tap this to give... or I could just technically swing all out as well, but giving this protection, I guess, is slightly better. Sweet. Look at that. And because it was that close, it would have just... I would have done well to at least wait until they did something. I kind of forgot I had an activation potential, like a trigger I could do to get another soldier. Almost through again. Look at that. Or almost didn't have lethal because... I didn't wait. But, oh, to be fair, though, I did it before I lost a creature to the Shield Druid anyways, so I guess it equaled out. But it would have not had they played 2 spells. I should have just waited. I think it would have been fine. I think it would have been fine to wait. Yeah, suppose they should have taken the horn. Should have taken it. Taking it. Tasigur is that thing. I can get whatchamacallit? Lion Sash? Maybe. Why do I always have this in my hand? Wanna calm down? What the heck is this? Okay. I don't like that, but I can't do anything about it. So let's play you. Huh. That's a pretty good mill engine. Wow. Let's name Glimmer? Sheep? Sheep is funny. Nah, I should just name human. And then play Steel Shapers. Gift. Grab black and green? I don't think I'm grabbing Lion Sash. It doesn't seem like a good answer to anything. I mean, it actually kind of is. Yeah, it's better than not having it. Alright, I'll play it. It's arguably wrong, but it doesn't even stop Tasigur this turn, but it stops it later. Which is kind of nice, I think. Like, they can play it now, but then I can just continuously just deal with the graveyard. What does this do? Twice the number of creatures you have. Okay, I'm always playing that here. 6 damage to Tasigur. And now they have to have... Well, they don't have to have it, but yeah, Nation is Yet another problem again. What do they mill, actually? Persist. I could Helping Hand almost any card here. Dismember, sure. Let's loot. Skrelv is nice. Is it better than... I think I'm going to get rid of it. And there's a good chance I just Helping Hand the Lion Sash. Sword of Spaghetti and Ice. Let's just grab the card my opponent doesn't want to play against. Put the counters here. Loot away Fire and Ice. It's just too slow. And also doesn't currently matter that much. They gotta be careful. If they put too many permanents in the graveyard, it's Spaghetti-O time. Alright, we did it. We stopped Tasigur and they just never did anything. I've never seen this card before. That is a very efficient mill engine, especially in green. The only downside is it has to also be a black deck. But that is pretty gnarly. Like, you can just play this at level 1 the whole time. Wait, you may play lands and cast creatures from the graveyard. Forever. Okay, you can just do this forever. They come back with finality counters, but still. No permanents here. Oh man, look at all these cards that don't do anything. Oh, over here. We can eat 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're dead. Opponent is dead. I didn't even have a crazy board state. It's going better than I thought. I'm not gonna lie. And also better than the past couple days, because I got sick. But it's the embarrassing kind of sick, not the fever sick. Mox Amber. I don't think this deck cares about Archon. Probably. Well, no turn 1 discard. Getting this in play is really nice. Never mind. Okay, maybe I get to do something else that matters? Play this. Land, pass. Norman Osborn? What? What the heck? Oh, is that Fleeb? I think that's Fleeb. Flube, whatever. Let's play this. Like that better than the Archon here. Okay, it doesn't work. Let's get rid of Griffspoon. Yeah, makes sense to me. Draw a card or make my opponent lose a life? I'll draw a card. That's gone. Let's name Kefka Spaghetti Mage. Oh no, I have to make sure I do the right one. Okay. And then pass. Unfortunately, I'm not hitting my opponent. in the face with my beat down white creatures, but such is life, I suppose. Let's get rid of that. I don't think I like Archon. Yeah, I don't think I like Archon here. Still think I'm drawing. Treasure Token is somewhat viable here too, probably. Maybe, sort of, kind of. They reanimate my Boromir. I can't say that really matters. It doesn't really do anything against me. It makes the Get Lost bad, which is kind of fine. I can just get rid of it. Alright, I don't want my opponent to top deck an answer, or a land to cast Kefka, so I'll blow up the Mana Rock here. Makes sense to me. Play Cloud. Get blue-red sword? Red... black-green? Blue-red, right? Sure. And then just pass. The fact that I just can't hit him this whole time is pretty sad. They are incentivized to keep lands for their commander. Looks like they got a reanimate spell? Okay, well, sort of. Alright, I can get rid of this because it doesn't do anything with Boromir in play. And treasure token. No, we just want to draw. Not an ideal top deck from the opponent, though. That was a really good top deck, especially if it hits a land. Of course it does. Sure, that's technically not a land, but does stuff, I guess. So I can play this and then put it on something that doesn't get through. So I guess I'm still playing it anyways. And then I play you. And then put counters on stuff that doesn't matter that much. I've just been clogged up this whole game. Yeah, just these two. It doesn't actually matter that much. And then next turn, do something that matters. 6, 7, 4... 5, 6. Okay. I can't activate Lauren. Symmetrical card draw is just really bad. Like, tremendously bad. Another Hexing Sculpture player. On an Unholy Heat's... Wait, what? Don't you want to kill the Alcayed? Alcid? Alcid? I think it's Alcayed. Red. Let all that happen. Let's get a treasure token this time. Oh, actually, they killed the thing that would give me interest in staying untapped, so I guess I just don't do that. Esper Sentinel, just in time. Alright, so we do this. It's probably too late now. Probably too late. But that doesn't stop me from trying. I should not play that first. Wow, they're done? They're not dead, are they? My opponent is not dead here. Aren't I just dead to like a top deck card draw spell or something? Because I just take so much damage. They take 6... And then I could make it 7, 8, 9, 10, but I probably wouldn't. I'd probably target these two, make them sacrifice Boromir, and then, again, kind of any card draw spell really hits me bad. This costs 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If they don't have a land, Mana Tithe actually works here. This curse was crazy. This curse was crazy. The fact that I could sit here this long and not lose is pretty crazy. They had a lot of creatures, though. But they also had a lot of spells. They discarded this to connive. Probably would have been good, but Treasure Cruise is probably better, honestly. Wow, okay. I'm winning these weird gummed up board states. That's kind of nutty. Without even, like, hitting my opponent the entire time. So far, this has been more successful than Felio. So I have been incorrect. Vehemently incorrect, actually. I've been very wrong. Could just be the matchups and stuff. I did automatically lose 2 games, like turn 1, so just haven't seen that scenario go down more. Still, like, completely soft to Damnation, and every opponent is black. Assemble has been slow. Can't say it's been bad, though. I just haven't really put it in play. Steel Shaper's Gift gives me such consistent equipment. It's kind of crazy. I feel like I have it all the time because of Steel Shapers now. Like, I've had an equipment in so many games. Is this a discard spell? I'd rather see discard than Dark Ritual every time I play against this. And this deck, this commander loves Dark Ritual so much. It's just ridiculous how good it is here. It looks like a discard spell. I'm maybe not interested in casting it. I'm going to cast this, and I kind of want Lion Sash. But, like, this is also good. Let's just take the Lion Sash. My opponent might have had a discard spell and didn't want to cast it till I did something. So, very rare, though. Very rare. Never see anyone do that. It's definitely a 1-minute card. I don't think it's Grief or anything. It could be... Well, I guess it could still be... No, it's not Dark Ritual. Maybe it is Grief. Opponent is struggling to think here. Alright. Do I play the setup, or do I just do whatever I want? I'm curious if this even matters. I have Jolted Awake. I suppose I'll do this. I do have Jolted Awake. I can just replay it. What am I getting rid of, though? I like my whole hand. Maybe this sucks, actually. Yeah, this probably doesn't matter. And if it does, it's going to inconsistently matter. It was Grief, and they just wanted to hardcast it. Alright, I think you take the Lion Sash, right? Because you can't beat it. Is that right? I mean, I can reanimate it, but you probably have to start trying to do that. Or you could just win as a mono black deck and not care about Baron. You definitely don't care about the sword. Okay, they took the card I would not have taken. How much do I have to gain 3 life? Can I? I cannot. I can just play Boromir? And that gives me protection against problems? Do I swing? No, I don't swing, right? I don't think so. At least not yet. This is a 2-drop, right? Yeah, 2 or less. They did not take Lion Sash. That's a notable thing here. Could have potentially just played out the equipment. Without protection from black, I don't really like it, though. It's an investment for something that probably doesn't work out too well. If they reanimate my commander, this would be sad. think I just let my commander die, though. Even if they do reanimate it, I think I could just beat that, right? Be harder, but... My opponent is yet again stumped. I don't know what's puzzling here. Wait, does that work? It does. I don't know, for some reason I thought it didn't. Let's get rid of you. That happens. I sacrifice Boromir or my commander? I think we sacrifice our commander. Yeah. And then leave it in the graveyard. Fine. Lion Sash might have to be cast, because if they reanimate this, I lose. So... might have to just cast Lion Sash here. Drawing a land makes that a lot easier, that's for sure. Alright. Jolted Awake. I feel like Jolted Awake is the only one I've actually played all these games. And pass. Alright, I can eat one card, which sometimes is not good enough. Meat Hook for 2? Get rid of you, I guess. Meat Hook for 3? So they keep their commander around, and then I just lose the game, I guess. Well, that's what it is. It's just board wipes. That's how I lose. And there's a board wipe. Suppose I'll do this for no reason. It's a board wipe that doesn't even kill their commander. Alright, I need to draw land. I think. I did not. Does that help me? It doesn't even help me, does it? Nope. I can play this and grab the Lion Sash, I suppose. I needed to draw land there to kill their commander. I can't even discard the Elspeth now, so... I can sort of beat Elspeth. Kind of. Wait, no, I shouldn't activate this now. That doesn't make sense. I drew the... Of course I drew the land, yeah. I still have nothing to blow up with Lauren. You have to take Elspeth. It's not even close. I'm just gonna pretend like it is. Alright, there you go. Sure, you can do it, opponent. I have faith in you. You can play the game. It's possible. I've seen you do it. Again, I should not do anything. Alright, now let's eat the Doomsday. I would have lost already if it wasn't for the Lion Sash. I'm still losing with the Lion Sash. That helps, but I really want to just play and equip this, and I don't think they're going to loot 5 times, and this doesn't... Yeah, this is really the only turn I'll ever get to hit my opponent with this thing. It's just not good enough, though, is it? It just isn't good enough. No, it's not. Be realistic. Let's be realistic, shall we? Opponent back in the tank. Opponent figured it out. Massacre Worm. Oh, yes, of course. Why not? I haven't seen Massacre Worm in 10,000 years. Alright, I'm going to concede because my opponent's playing way too slow for me. I don't know how this is remotely difficult. Just going to move on. It's not looking good anyways. I could probably maybe win. Not likely, but it's probably there somewhere. I'm tired of my opponent acting like there's decisions. If I drew a land, I'd probably just win. Or I come really close to winning if I just drew a land that turn. But I didn't. So then I just lose. Could still just point to the first board wipe, although the second board wipe would have done it anyways. I can't deal with either of them. I'm not playing Teferi's Protection. In fact, I don't think you should ever play that. Gone to great lengths explaining why. Oh, Sephiroth. Huh. People still play it. Post Baron. We saw an Atali today, too. Kind of nutty. I lose a Dark Ritual, so don't have Dark Ritual. Alright. This is a very commonly played turn 1. I'll play this if you have the specific thing I can't think the name of. Congratulations. Looks like they don't. Should probably swing? Yeah, you should swing. I'm going to play this naming Sephiroth because I don't want them to play it next turn for a multitude of reasons. Oh no, it's Fabled Soldier, yes. And if it isn't Fabled Soldier, my opponent better respect what I've done. In mill 3, they get a random nonsense. I don't know if it's worth playing. Neither of these are good, at least. They probably want to grab the freebooter, right? Yeah. But fortunately, my hand is poop, so doesn't really do anything. More pressingly, I don't have a lot of non-creatures happening, so not a good sign. I would have taken Elspeth because I just really do not care about the sword if I'm my opponent, and I think if you can't discard this, you have a problem. So I'm surprised they didn't take this. I would have taken it. They also killed Skrelv instead of making a treasure token. I would argue that's notable. They could have played Sephiroth this turn. Oh, maybe they didn't have a land, I guess? Oh, cool, it's the fun card. Great. Yep, look at that. Toxic Deluge and Sephiroth. You got it. This deck also plays Damnation. I just want to complain about it. Alright, where's the second discard spell? Opponent doesn't have the second discard spell. Yeah, this is why you probably wanted to get rid of this. From my hand, I mean, I'm saying that, but it also still kind of isn't even that good. So. Agatha's Soul Cauldron, pretty good against me. My opponent doesn't know that, though. They grab they grab lands with that the whole, like, every turn. Really think they just wanted to take this Elspeth. Now they can't play Sephiroth? They have to kill Elspeth first? Yes. I can get rid of Mana Tithe, probably. I don't know if 2/1/1s even matters, though. Okay, I'm just gonna not do that, then. A lot of the cards in this deck are the same. Maybe even Bloodghast is one of them, just to have it going. They're all pretty similar. Some more discard creatures, maybe. Our Confidant, even? Okay. More discard creatures. This is a reason to have got rid of Mana Tithe. Especially how it more or less probably wasn't going to do anything anyways. Yeah, Elspeth not looking great right now. That was probably one of the best draws in my entire deck. Let's grab the black sword so I can play the video game. Put it here. Swing. And yep. Alright, my opponent's over it. Apparently this is too much, even with Sephiroth going next turn. They just don't think they can do anything else. They paid a crazy amount of life with this thing, like an insane amount of life, just to grab lands, which, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. But they did not take Shieldred. And then the Dirge took this, and I wish I made 1/1s, but, I mean, there's no way to know that. And yeah, I really just think I said it turn 2 or something. You probably wanted to take this, because I don't know if this sword will ever actually be a problem when you have infinite, like, chump blockers. So you just probably take this. I'll just give another discard spell. And they didn't, so it more or less won the game. It stopped Sephiroth from showing up, but this is definitely... I don't need Elspeth once this is in play, so maybe Elspeth in the end didn't matter, but if I didn't draw this, it would have been still quite impactful. Steel Shaper's Gift. We're just consistently getting in equipment, and every time that equipment is very useful. The third equipment tutor is really... I wonder if Enlightened Tutor should be in here just to have another equipment tutor. Maybe. Might want to just play Enlightened Tutor just to do that. The equipment are very good, so... Pretty good. Oh, hey, we have the MH3 thing that's fun to play against. Opponent playing around Stifle? Oh, no. Alright, I don't really have to play more into the board with this happening. Until the first of 10 board wipes happens. What did they get rid of? Profs, Adu, Commemorate. Okay. Interesting. Do I go to combat first? Yeah, I go to combat first here, right? This trades with the Guide of Souls, but not the Oscillate Pride. And then I play this. No, I play... Yeah, no, I guess I play this. Yes. Get rid of Lion Sash if my opponent plays the game. Let's play this now. This is good to see, I think, maybe. Do I have a white sword? No, I don't. Alright, Fire and Ice. I mean, it's... The board wipe's still a thing that I can't do anything about, so... Do I draw a land at least? A land would be significant. I do. Let's put this on the Oscillate Pride or just a token? I mean, we can just put it here. Why are we dancing around stuff? Then swing. Solitude. Yep. Okay. Back to the same question. Oh look, a sweeper, wow. So this grabbing you and you. Play Delny? They can't block anymore? Or yep. I guess I'll do this now. Just to... They have one less card to do something about it. And it kind of matters, so... So let's play... Lion Sash. Swing. play this. I think my opponent is hyper fixated on me resolving the sword, so I'm just going to try to not resolve the sword in the face of problems. Ephemerate. No, that doesn't do anything. Alright, well, again. Same exact thing. Board wipe. Nothing else matters. Do I have to say yes to this? I do? Let's do white on Delny? I guess? Yeah, I have to loot, huh? That's pretty tragic. I wish I didn't have to loot because of their commander. Nothing I can do about it, though. The One Ring, I mean, the sword doesn't even matter anymore. Because they just have to deal with the board state even with the sword not being in play. I will play Jolted Awake. No, I'll still play this. I think Jolted Awake is better than the sword now. Opponent, unfortunately, may agree. Let's put this on generic token. Jolted Awake can hit Stoneforge Mystic, which grabs nothing that matters. So I guess I'm just doing nothing. Alright, well. I really wish I didn't give T'Challa cards, but I just can't not draw. I have to. Gee, I wonder what that means. I wonder why we would put this under there. It can't mean farewell. That would be crazy. Hold on, can you just cast it? You really need to push 4 damage. Okay, that's not farewell? Why did we put our commander under this then? Oh, because you can just sack it whenever you want. I see. Wait a minute, I can just eat this. This doesn't work. You need to do it. You need to do something else. You have to do something else. It still could be farewell. Okay, well, that was unexpected. Oh, silly me, of course. And then just play nothing else? That seems ridiculous. Well, they kept the card on top, so it's not really many cards you keep on top here. Maybe it's farewell this time. Dauntless Bodyguard? The sword is back to being relevant? I guess. Play my commander first? Does that even matter? I don't think so. I have to put it to the command zone. Of course. Of course, of course, of course. And then pass. I can't do anything. Can't do anything. I only have to hit him once, but that might be impossible at this point. Especially if I have to exile the Quantum Riddler, which would be really bad, but I might have to do that. My opponent's drawn too many cards. I just can't do anything. Oh, Teferi, right. I can't even do that anyways. Right. Right. I can put him to not dead? I can put him to not dead, so I guess I'm just not doing anything? Play that out. Wait, what? Oh, I paid 3 and I shouldn't have. It didn't matter. Whoops. I paid 3 and I shouldn't have. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm dead. Alright. Okay. Yep, I can't beat 25 cards. If my commander was a May, I'd probably win that game. If I didn't give my opponent cards, I'd probably just win. But I have to give them cards, so I lose. I am very surprised T'Challa is played that much still. It's kind of crazy. I still think the older one is better. I really just don't like T'Challa. It's interesting that so many people play it. When I played it, it was awful. It was so bad relative to the one that makes a clue token. But I guess if you're just a blue-white deck, your commander can just be kind of bad. Doesn't really matter, right? There's 1 mana as an island. I'll play my commander. Not many things that mess that up, so. I am dutifully interested in exile. You know what? No, I'm not, because there's other cards that they might have in their deck. I'll just play this. Especially if I can do it with Ephemerate up. Probably a good idea. This deck does play a lot of artifacts. My opponent just happened to have not played it. Okay, that's a little nutty. Okay, I guess I eat Page. No, this is a black source. Let's eat that. Pass. Now, in response to a removal spell or something, I can make a treasure token. How do you have so many creatures? What? His deck doesn't play creatures. What are you doing? Play a trigger my commander. It's not fair. It's literally not fair. That is cheating. Let's play human. I am going to ephemerate, right? It doesn't even do anything anymore. No, it's just over, yeah. It doesn't do anything anymore. Let's play this and I guess this. Order lull. Sure. And then pass. Perfect black source immediately? Oh, no, maybe not. Wormcoil Engine is in your deck. Beautiful, beautiful. Very rare. It's also magically not a non-creature. My opponent has played nothing that triggers my commanders. Little insane. Leaves the battlefield. When this leaves the battlefield. Okay, so I guess I'm always doing this, even though it triggers their stuff. I'm just doing this. Take that out. And then I'll probably take out Leaf. I don't really care about Baleful Strix. Like, at all. Opponent, I just need you to cast something. That's all. That's all I need you to do. All I'm asking. All I'm asking for. This doesn't do anything. I mean, that's not news, but I have to do this. I guess I should have done it first, actually. This is probably a mistake. Yeah, should have done that first. I gave him a black source, which, I mean, it's bound to happen eventually. It's just kind of insane that my opponent has not played a thing yet. This just doesn't matter. I mean, neither does leaving up the Air Temple. So, I mean, it kind of matters, actually, because of the Esper Sentinel. Maybe it does matter, I don't know. Opponent is a bit baffled here. Let's do this. Wait, why is it not letting me... Is this a sorcery? Oh, it costs 4. Oh, so I'm just not good at magic. That's fair. We already knew that, though. Let's do draw? I don't actually know. Treasure token? Let's draw. They thought about black market for quite a while. Kind of surprising. I suppose it makes sense. I don't know. Mana rock, short. Here come the non-creature spells. They did not swing. Oh, they haven't swung yet. I think it's right to block the 4/4. Probably it can actually kill me, so... With their commanders plus and whatnot. There's nothing I can do to dodge anything. I'm just going to cast it. Alright, it worked. Let's put it on Esper Sentinel, I guess. Swing with these two. I think that's the best I could have done there in that spot with the cards I had. But that's like the only time the weapon can matter. And it didn't really do much. Maybe it wasn't right. It did that the right way every time. Do we pay for this? Maybe we don't pay for it? Okay. I was kind of hoping they would pay for it, but... Pretty you... I think I'm making a treasure at this point. And then... Can this hit planeswalkers? No. There's really nothing I can... I guess I can kill the blocker? Suppose so. Okay, now I cannot do that. Way too many creatures. I just needed anything that wasn't a bunch of goofy creatures early in this game to play the game. That's what I really needed. How do you have more you can do? What? Oh. Okay. What? Those are your last cards? Get out of here. That's ridiculous. Alright. That's ridiculous. The fact that there was just nothing early is absolutely insane. They played the literal worst mana rocks possible instead of any of the good ones. And I just got hosed by them. The 0/2 creature ones are just... They don't trigger my commander. That's actually kind of nutty. Because usually you never play the artifact mana dorks. You play all the mana rocks because there's an infinite supply of them that you can choose from. Kinda nutty. I have two really, really, really good cards in this matchup. We'll see how good they are. Someone told me I could fish, and I still haven't figured it out. I mean, I haven't looked it up, but... Someone said, click here, nothing happens. I don't know why they didn't do that outright. They had to think about it. I think that's a good sign. Let's play our commander, or do we play... Actually, we can take time to just play this. I have yet to play it, really, so... Alright, yep, Voice of Victory. Just a complete nightmare for this deck. They have to do everything at sorcery speed and probably a wall of counter spells that just really don't like it. And if they deal with it, I have another one. So, sweet. Free. I've been playing this game called Ball Pit. Or Ball X Pit or something like that. On Steam. It's like a $5 game. It's been pretty fun. I thought about making a video about it, but I wasn't feeling good. Pretty sure I almost beat it. I also played the Gears of War beta, which was pretty fun. I don't know if I'm going to drop $70 on it, but I like the beta. I haven't played a Gears of War game since like the second one, or the third one, I don't know. Alright, this is a graveyard deck. Do I just blitz for graveyard cards? I don't know. Is this hand good enough without that on the draws? That, but the boop, but the beat, bop, boop. Maybe? This is like an abysmal matchup anyways. I've yet to play Brimaz too. Well, Dusk is cool. It's got text on it. I think. Sort of, yeah, kind of. Deafening Silence. Oh, can't wait for that to not matter. Actually, I should have just kept it in my hand for my commander. I seriously doubt Deafening Silence is going to do anything. Probably should have just kept it in my hand. Played the 1/1. This commander doesn't play mana rocks, right? Because you just want to set up a graveyard first, I think. Probably take the Palantir. Oh, you could take the removal spell, actually. I mean, it's alright. Okay, another person who probably just needs lands. That is fair. I'm not the kind of deck that is going to play around stuff, because that's for nerds. I'm just going all in. I gotta read this. Aftermath. Power 2 or less. Okay, so not Brimaz. What do we get this time? Emperor of Bones. Spooky. Can kind of maybe skip their commander. Oh, do they have a land anyways? Have a land in hand, or they draw one? Or how did... Wait, this is upkeep, though. No, it's main phase. Never mind. Main phase. It's really sad that Brimaz is just not that exciting. Esper Sentinel, does that matter? Kinda not really. I'd rather have stats. I don't think Esper Sentinel matters. I think this is going to maybe matter. Alright, that was a really poor draw. Again, I don't think Esper Sentinel was going to actually do anything. They've yet to put a problem in the graveyard, but still certainly possible. They could just literally make a random 4/4. And it doesn't matter what it is, like text-wise. Vile Entomber. Alright, that sets it up, and is a very efficient blocker. And I drew garbage. Nice. I can swing and then recast my commander, and then what? Lose a game? Well, I'm not getting anywhere by not attacking. I'll tell you that much right now. But they can't activate Ripples again, but they put the mass unsummon in the graveyard? Oh, they might have gotten a better one just randomly, but they didn't entomb this. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I doubt they're going to grab it. This unsummons my board. And they get a 4/4. Which is, all things considered, beatable. Oh, surprise, surprise. Said nobody. They reanimate Brimaz? Well, you go to 3. That's a little spooky, isn't it? Fair enough. Fair enough. I lost my good card. Well, I lost half of my good card. They should have done that in a different order. That was very strange, but I guess it doesn't matter fundamentally. Oh, my bad. Okay, I drew poop. Let's cast this, because there's nothing else to do. Play this, because there's nothing else to do. That doesn't matter, right? I don't think that matters. Does that matter? No. Can I swing here? No, I can't swing, right? No. They have 3 different colors of creatures in play. I can't do anything. So I just don't know if I like the Brimaz reanimate. That's pretty gnarly. Might not matter. Barragoyf just kind of wins. Oh, so does the alligator, right? Kinda. Oh, did I mess this up? I think I did. I did mess this up. Alright, that's my bad. Oh wait, no, it's not protection. That doesn't work. Never mind. That doesn't work. It wouldn't have done anything. Oh boy, another land. Crazy. Who would have guessed? I believe it's impossible to win from here. I don't think there's any card in my deck. Oh, there's Griff's Boon. If my opponent swings and has nothing, Griff's Boon does it, I guess. They wouldn't really know that. I wouldn't play around it either. Doesn't matter. I can go to 1. It literally doesn't matter. I have one more turn. I can kill that, die. I can do this here, die. Alright, didn't draw it. Did my opponent have an answer anyways? Let's find out. No, they didn't. If I top-decked Griff's Boon, I would have won this game. I think that's the only card. No, Elspeth? Elspeth would have won as well. That would have won as well. Huh. I don't understand the Brimaz reanimate. That's pretty crazy. I don't think that makes sense. Maybe they just want another color in play? Yeah, okay, they just want another color of... still, though. Ugh. You lose half your life? I don't know. Can't say I agree with it. Doesn't sit right with me. Therefore wrong. Also, hello. I haven't made any changes to this deck. Kinda crazy. I've not made a single change. Huh. Does Cloud play protection from white stuff? Because I don't think it does. Do I like this hand? With all reanimate spells and nothing to reanimate? Still haven't done anything with Assemble yet. Kind of annoying. These are white. Are they white? Let me look. Yeah, they are. Tragic. Play Commander, which doesn't actually trigger this turn cycle. This won't do anything anyways. I guess I'm playing it. I don't think they play the white sword is really bad, so I don't think they play it. Oh, okay, they play the black and white. I was thinking of the blue and white one, but apparently they do play this, which I still think is pretty bad. So, let's block this? Yeah, we blocked this, right? Because I have Helping Hand and I have all this nonsense. Decline. Let's play Esper Sentinel. Helping Hand? Wait. Oh, I only had one colored mana. Nykthos just turned white in play, and I thought I had another... Whoops. I'm dumb. Alright, so let's play the only thing I can at this point, which is kill my opponent's commander. And then probably still lose. Because I didn't draw a land. I needed to draw a land. Yeah. Didn't. Oh, my opponent has a reanimate spell. Even better. Even better. Oh, and a protection spell. Even better. Even better. But we're not interested. Huh. Okay, so we can play... Oh, they can just grab the commander with the equipment, I guess. I don't have a white equipment. So, can I make a not? No, I can't. I can play Lion Sash and then still lose. I'm curious if I can beat this card. So let's do this. And then play Steel Shaper's Gift. Grab... I don't even know what. I don't think any of these matter. So this thing? And again, I keep thinking I have a third white source, but I don't. This is a profoundly weak equipment, so it's beatable, but it is still protection from white. And they're probably going to get more equipment and put it on said protection from white creature, and then from there, truly nothing matters. So, which I suppose just goes to show the power of protection and not having any other text to be relevant. Some people don't like to interact with their opponent. Let's see. Is there anything I can do? Nope. Game's over. It was over a while ago. I probably should have conceded. I think my opponent's ability to fine-tune exactly what they need every single game is a lot better than making 2 1/1s every 5 turns. That is the first time I have ever seen that card. I have never seen anyone play the black-white one. I didn't even know it was in the game. I did not know it was in the game, I'm not going to lie. Didn't even know that. If we think getting screwed by matchmaking is losing to Cloud, then I think we have more pressing issues. I'll play against Cloud all day. That is not a big deal. Opponent kept the card on top. How dare you? I almost warped this. Don't judge me. Talisman of what now? Okay, I refuse to respect Stern Scolding. Which one is this? Red, green? Oh yeah, this is a Teamer deck, I forget. Keep forgetting. I could probably take this out now. I haven't actually used this yet. Maybe the 3-mana ones can come out. Just kind of surprised I haven't found cards to take out of this deck. Why did we manually tap our Talisman? What is this? This is our opponent doing weird stuff. Alright. Get rid of Ephemerate. And I think I leave my commander in the graveyard. And hopefully my opponent's not paying attention that I did that. Let's take out the Mana Rock. Play Steel Shaper's Gift. Grab Blue-Red Sword. And then swing. Guess I can still cast Helping Hand if I don't think anything else is going to happen. It doesn't look like a counterspell anymore. I mean, it really doesn't look like a counterspell, so. I don't think it is. Sure. Makes sense to me. I did a bunch of weird stuff last turn. None of it actually mattered that much either. They also didn't let me trigger my commander. I mean, I could have done it in a different order, I guess. I just really wanted the Helping Hand to work, obviously. In the face of Portable Hull, I'm going to argue that's a good sign. And if it isn't, well, rip. If you... What could you have here? I don't know. Apparently nothing? Okay. Do I play this? I think I just hardcast Helia here. That's fine. And then don't attack? What does this deck do at instant speed that makes me uncomfortable? Too much? No, I have 2 reanimate spells in my hand. I should not care about this. I have 2 reanimate spells. Can't just like what am I trying to do? That's not gonna do anything. Okay. Of course. I can just put my commander in the command zone as well. What's in my graveyard? I think because I have Cavern and I can cast it again, I should just put it to the command zone this time. It's not going to matter with the, what the heck is this? Target attacking creature? Okay, well, there goes attacking with my commander over again. It is pretty crazy they portable hold, they Bruced into portable hole. That is pretty nutty. Pretty nutty. Okay, they drew, I think, 4 or 5 cards there. I think my best bet is definitely this thing. Oh, come on. Force of will? Force of negation? Whatever. Oh, that's game. Must be nice. 3 counter spells and non-ranked. Who would have guessed? Fun. Alright, well, we're winning and then we just stopped winning. Cool. Desert is very weird. I think this is the second time I've seen it. I've never seen it activated, though. Not many things to kill with it. Most of the 1 toughness things in the game do not attack. So it's kind of surprising. Especially when your opponent then knows about it, and then they simply just don't attack. Like, it's pretty face up. Pretty face up. Hey, Adeline, world first. Forgot you were even in here. Took you 3,000 years. That's against a Mardu deck, though, so... Mana Tithe. Oh. Alright, Helping Hand. Carry the entire game, please. Oh. Sure, and I guess I constitute that as a removal spell. That's fine. Yeah, let's do that. Let's play this and pass. Okay, they didn't cast a removal spell first. I draw a land. Fatal Push, let's make a 2/2. I'm not gonna do anything about that. Let's put this in the command zone. Play Adeline. Swing! Alright, Adeline. Do something. They couldn't have tapped this, but I'm still not mana tithing Fatal Push. Tajik. Alright, well, I can also just lose to Tajik. That's cool. Just solos me. Sort of. Yeah, I'll block with a token. I don't feel like losing to some random lightning bolt thing. Jolted Awake. Tajik does not block the 5. Okay. Bit risky there. A bit risky to not block the 5. Surprised they don't change Tajik if they think it's too good for ranked. Just change the text on the card. It's not even a real one. It's insanely good, but still. Gonti? Okay. Well, it's got Death Touch is the main problem here. Certainly the main problem. Alright, let's play Virtue? Yeah, let's play Virtue here. And then swing with everything? Sack Boromir? Because I have to. That is not my Ephemerate. Not many cards in my deck are problematic for me to face. It's, again, just Tajik being Tajik. I guess this random token will be the Ring Bearer. Alright, I have a bunch of stats. I don't think Gonti's going to get there on its own. Menatide never came through. I mean, the Fatal Push window was really the only one I've had so far. Which probably would have mattered. This is only 2 mana, which doesn't do anything. They didn't swing with Tajik. They could have. Oh no, I have a 5/5. I guess you can't. Okay. They do. Still sick of Tajik. Stupid. Whatever. It's like 1 card solo. It's ridiculous. Don't understand why they thought this was a good idea. Can I Jolt Awake anything? No. I mean, I guess I'll leave up Mana Tithe and act like it matters. I don't think this matters, so. Tajik's so dumb. That was my Solitude, I think. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yep. Let's get rid of you. It don't matter. They reanimate a 2/2? What is... Kind of an odd thing to reanimate. Oh, maybe they just don't have many reanimate targets, to be fair. I'll Menatithe anything at this point, so I can do something. That card. Still can't do anything. I can kill that with this? What does that even matter? It doesn't matter at all, really. I can Thraben Charm. I have to Thraben Charm the free extra creature that Tajik generates. Pretty sure that single-handedly kills me. If for some reason I'm not already dead, I'm over it. Whatever. Tajik, stupid. Literally soloed by a 4-minute card. My opponent could have just done nothing else the rest of the game and probably still would have lost. What a dumb card. Ugh. The fact that it's indestructible too, I just don't understand. It's like somebody at Wizards or that works in this game just wanted an aggro deck to actually function, so they just made an unkillable, doesn't need other aggressive cards in your deck commander to literally do the entire build for you and can't die. Like, it doesn't make, it's like zero effort for an aggro deck. They just have to put no effort into it. It's such a ridiculous card, man. I could have found Solitude, but my opponent stole it with Gonti. I think I had Swords in there still. And yeah, the mana tile window was gone. Alright, we haven't won a game in 10 games. Guess I should have quit while I was ahead. Surprise, surprise. Don't think this is a hand. This might be. We have protection from green. It's a green deck. You like that? Was this crop rotation? That could be Once Upon a Time with someone that's playing it the right way. Let's play our commander. We can target it with the mouse. They didn't crop rotation in response or Once Upon a Time in response, so now it might be endurance. If they do nothing, it's 100% endurance. Okay. Let's get rid of... let's get rid of the reanimate. Although we could get rid of the sword that doesn't get through without the first sword, so that's a little bit slow and greedy. Maybe that's wrong. I think I play Monument and try to make treasure tokens at this point. As much as Brimaz seems appealing. That's also good. That might just be so good I can just play it right now. Yeah. Might be so good I can play it right now. And then I swing. They can't endurance. Yeah, I think it's 100% endurance now. Which is kind of nutty. I haven't seen an endurance in a long time. But Lumina does, I suppose, like endurance, to be fair. Does like it. They can't really cast non-creatures now, though. Things start to run out of control. Unless it scutes... Well, that's not a... It's not a non-creature. Okay, let's Fragment Reality the 1-drop. Because I don't like it looking at me. And then I play this on human. I play Brimaz? No, I play Monument and try to leave up a mana tile. Although if... Maybe that doesn't work. Maybe I should just do nothing? Didn't I say this was in their hand and I just played into it? Oh, I'm not very smart. I said that was in my opponent's hand and still played into it. Talent. Lumina gets 2 lands so far, and that's it. Pretty tame, all things considered, I guess. Alright, I got 4 lands. That's not a land, so I lose. Can you cast literally anything that isn't a creature? Like 1 time, please? That, I guess, counts. I don't know to what end, but... treasure token, because it has to be... I don't think I just lose, but it's not looking good. Oh no, I think I do lose because they just make infinite Lumras and like deck out and swing for 30. Alright, I lost. Yep. I needed a land. I mean, it probably wasn't even fast enough anyways. Green's just stupid. Okay, can I win one game? I've been on 10 wins for 8 games in a row. Can I win like a single game? That'd be great. Can I have a game go past like turn 4? Yeah, there's no card. There's nothing I could do. I need them to have not creatures. I played into the card I said I should not have played into, which I don't think mattered anyways, but it certainly wasn't a good idea. I was talking about endurance the whole time and just swung into it like an idiot. Not sure how I parsed that one out. I'll make anything possible, I guess. This Lumark veteran probably shouldn't be in here. I guess I can just get rid of it. Every time I see it, I'm like, what are you doing? Glasket. I have to put that to the command zone. Oh no, I have this. I do not have to do that. I don't think Grand Abolisher is that good. Giving my opponent having flash doesn't really matter to me on their commander. Like, I just don't think that matters. So I'm going to say it doesn't. I think this deck plays all the board wipes. We can just go straight to combat. I will lead with this. Play that, go to combat. Care about literally nothing. Get rid of you. That is a good sign of just what happened there. I also don't have to commit more creatures. I can just play this thing. They didn't just, like, cast a sweeper. They cast a removal spell. Their commander costs 5, so... Swing. Again, all that matters is a board wipe. Oh look, a board wipe, wow. Are they still dead? Because this is too many creatures. Aren't they just dead to this? Right? Oh, my opponent gets the thing. I thought I got the token. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm a complete idiot. I thought I get the token. I'm just a moron. Well, I mean, there's not much to do. That. And that. I don't know why I thought I got it. Could have swore I got it, but I guess not. Why did I think that? Huh. Well, I gave him a giant token, but, I mean, it was an unblockable problem whether or not it was 12 or 6. So I guess it's not that big of a deal. Jolted Awake. That can name or target Grand Abolisher. I think I'd rather just play my commander, though. Okay, that doesn't actually stop my commander. Swing for 3. I don't want to Jolted Awake a Grand Abolisher. Leave that in the graveyard. Decline. Can I hit a non-land this time? I did. I actually will keep that on top. My opponent knows about it too. Okay, I can make some 1/1s. It is almost always lethal next turn. They have to do something. I gotta read this for the 4th time. Enchantment, graveyard, damage to a creature. Okay. Opponent does not attack me. Can you beat this? This is dead on board. This wins through the Gandalf, right? Swing, da-da-da. It does if I swing with everything, which I don't think I'm going to, so... Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Yeah. Because I can just cast a removal spell. That my opponent knows about. Alright, we did it. We did it through a board wipe. Did it through a board wipe. Mono white, when it's not an aggressive thing, really wants to just keep the board empty all the time. And they didn't really do much of anything other than a board wipe. Like, I can beat all the spot removal spells, so I'm not quite sure what was going on in the hand where Gandalf was the only thing they could do, even in the face of what they knew was, like, dead on board. I should have targeted this, and then I could have Thraben Charmed this. I kind of did that backwards, but I only needed 1 dead anyways, and then I can still leave up this, because I don't really want to just make something unblockable when they have 2 mana up. But I don't know what it could be. I'm pretty sure we would have seen it. Huh, alright. Oh, what's all this? What's all this? Stuff. Look at all that stuff. Okay, I'm done. It took way too long. I should have just stopped when I was at 10. It was literally yeah. So I won a lot of games all like right next to each other, and then I kept trying to play, and then lost like 10 games in a row or something ridiculous. So I should have stopped while I was ahead. But I must admit, this was better than I thought it was going to be, which I mean, to a rather surprising degree. Normally stuff like this is pretty obviously, you know, you see a commander in the deck, like, all right, it's either really not good or it is. But I will say, if all I saw was like Llanowar Elves, I think this is probably the worst deck you could ever play. But I only saw that a couple times. But that's probably me just getting lucky. That is most assuredly the worst thing to see, is just green stuff, because they don't really trigger your commander, or they can play around it by just not triggering it and then doing something else. So green is just a nightmare, and it already is a nightmare, so it's like twice as bad when your commander almost has absolutely no text on it. The reanimate spells were good. I changed nothing. I played this and never changed a card. So that's kind of surprising. I don't know. So by the end of it, I don't think I liked really at all, actually. Where is it? This thing, Veteran, I don't think I like that. The 3 mana reanimate spells were also maybe just too late. It's kind of hard to gauge how that is. I will say the equipment package is really good, even if you don't have the equipment commander. Steel Shaper's Gift gave me a great deal of consistency. So much so, I probably want, what is it? Enlightened Tutor in here. It was in here to begin with, but ended up taking it out. Assemble never did anything. I don't know if it's just weird playing. You can see why the 2-drops are so kind of slim, because they have to be pretty exceptional to take up your turn 2 play when you just, you know, want to play this all the time. So that's unfortunate, but it is what it is, I suppose. But what was I saying? Yeah, this was a little weird. Some of these cards were in here just because the idea of getting rid of them with your commander makes them really nice. Like, oh, I don't need it this game? Whoop, just discard it, right? There's certain Storm commanders that really just don't want to see this, but it's kind of like Ragavan in that regard. You play this, they can't answer it, and then the Storm deck just concedes because it just can't beat this, and you just move on to the next game. But, excuse me, it's just nice to have it for that, but for the most part, I don't think you need this in a deck that's trying to kill your opponent before they would storm off anyways. So I don't know. It never did anything. Same with this. I don't think I really liked it. Same with this. But yeah, there was the... Where is it? Brimaz, I don't even think made a single token for me. This, and that's kind of the only one. I do like Savines, and I still like the Extraction, but this one was a little too much. Like, for 3 mana, getting 2/2-drops... even 3, you give your opponent a card and you get 3. That's a lot of creatures that died, and I mean, maybe one of them is your commander. Ideally, always one of them is your commander. I do like this more than Teferi's Protection, even though they're sort of doing similar things, except your opponent draws a card with this one. I don't think you should play Teferi's Protection. I don't think you should really play many protection spells, if any. I just think they get in the way of winning the game. You're just slowing yourself down. This isn't multiplayer. You don't have that kind of time to just, oh, I'll leave up 3 mana for the entire game while I still do something. I'm triggering my commander a ton with multiple opponents, and I have Teferi's Protection. I'm just doing what I want all the time. This is not the case in 1v1, so I don't like Teferi's Protection, but this is kind of nice. You can react. Right, you have something to do after a sweeper instead of, oh, I left out 3 mana the whole game and then I cast the card. Now it's like you did the thing and then I undo it with a card. I think that's just better. It means you don't have to have Teferi's Protection up front. You could just top deck this and still it's like a counter spell versus a removal spell. If it's a super creature heavy meta, then you just maybe take out as many counters and add removal spells, because you can't counter something that has already resolved. And the same here, you can't counter a sweeper that has already happened off the top, whereas you can with this. So I just don't like Teferi's Protection. But this is, of all the reanimate ones, this was probably the most questionable one. I never cast it. You don't have to do it for more than one creature, really. It feels kind of bad, but at 3 mana, it doesn't feel that bad to just get one creature out of your graveyard, but I don't know. It doesn't hit the 3 mana ones. I think there's just better ideas, better things to do, probably. But apart from that, what else? That's about it. I don't really know what I would add here. I had maybe slightly too few lands, but again, when your commander's doing what you want, it doesn't really matter how bad your hand is, kind of, because it helps fix it pretty well when your opponent triggers it, at least. If your opponent doesn't trigger it, then good luck. I thought maybe Heir Apparent could be something. I'm not about to make a video of Heir Apparent, though. Not a lot of fancy lands. I think I drew 1 card off of this and then instantly conceded because it was on the draw against Lanarails and to Cultivate. And that was it. Protection spells were nice. This is another one that's nice to discard to your commander and still use it, but it's kind of bad. It's actually like really bad. Like the effect on it, I mean. It doesn't really matter if you get value from this, and that was the value. This card is just... There were times where I just didn't even know where to put it, because +1/+1 is just so not relevant. I think there's actually a better one. I think it's Flashback. I think there's one that like puts a counter on more than one creature or something that I'm now thinking of, right? Is it this one? Yeah, this is like kind of the same thing, except I mean, it's not quite the same thing, honestly. You can recur the escape card over and over. You can't flashback more than one. Daydream would have been interesting, I guess. This is weird, but there were times this could have killed somebody, maybe, where I otherwise couldn't have killed them. That would be kind of funny, though. I guess there's this. This is kind of neat. I don't hate this, actually. Right? Discard it with your commander, and then you already have 2 creatures. The token, your commander, play another thing, make 3 1/1s. I don't know, it's cool, right? How often do you get to play a card like that? This thing, yeah, that's fine. I did not actually look at flashback specifically. About that one. I actually didn't look at escape either. Oh, this has escape. Oh yeah. Oh, it's cost 6 though. Oh, that's not happening. Lauren's escape. That's not quite the same. All right, I'm not gonna stare at this while I'm doing the outro, but there's certainly better ideas than the ones I just took out. Nykthos, you're not really getting devotion here. I think the 2 times I had it in play, I was like, man, I wish it was a white source. It's kind of annoying that it's not a white source. So this could probably just be a white source. I just never have devotion that matters. By the time you do, the game's pretty much over. You've either won or you're about to lose by like a sweeper, and then you don't have devotion anymore. So I don't think I like it. I think, and actually with that logic library, it's just, you just want white sources all the time. You don't want to miss your white sources, especially when it's rather important that you don't like stumble at all playing a mono white deck that's trying to kill your opponent pretty quickly. Thalia is kind of neat. I do have a fair amount of non-creatures in here, but the fact that what is it? They cost, like, sweepers cost 4 and sometimes 3. You can wait, you can delay them a turn with a card like this. I think that does kind of add up. I don't know about this one. I mean, it's got first strike. The rest of it's kind of neat. Like, you can play your cards and then your opponent tries to play their cards, but then they don't have a blocker till the turn later, and then their land is tapped, which throws them off a bit. But it's turn 3 when you cast this. That does honestly feel kind of late in the game for this to matter. Notably, the tokens that you make are soldiers. I don't think they're human. Right? Oh, they are. Create a human soldier token. I thought it was just a soldier. Oh. Oh, wow, yeah. Okay. Oh, wow. That changes things. Again, this doesn't matter if your opponent doesn't trigger your commander. But hey, you know, that's actually kind of nice there. There is the Anthem too that I wasn't playing. Creatures you control. Is it get or gain? It might just be get. Please, game? Hello? Get off my screen. Come on. What is it called? The White Orchid? Yeah, Flowering of the White Tree. This is probably fine. I don't know about 3-minute anthems or the ones that like choose a creature type stuff. This one can be cool. It's sort of like another version of the same thing. You don't really care that much about the toughness, right? It's all about the power. So it's like another 2-minute anthem. It's kind of neat. And I guess the other side is fine. You can just cascade it. It gives you something to do. You can play one and make a duplicate and then discard that one. So you have just cards to get rid of with your commander and make 1/1s. Oh, yeah. All right. Okay. That's actually kind of nice. These effects are not that great. Or the one that Caretaker's Talent. Yeah, Caretaker's Talent. Like, you can play those things, but why does Skrells keep showing up? Ugh! There's some visual bug. It's been in the game for forever. I just haven't actually seen that bug in a while. But anyways, yeah, I think whenever you make a creature draw a card, things are kind of rough here. But I do have Enduring Innocence, and I think there's another one. So they're not like terrible. Yeah, the vampire, Welcoming Vampire, whatever. Not terrible, but you need your commander, you ideally want it to trigger, and then the turn after you play your commander, you want to play one of these card draw things, and then you start making, you know, drawing card stuff matter from your 1/1s. With that being said, though, I think Monument was actually pretty good. It kept me in a couple games, whereas I otherwise probably would have lost. And I would say if ever there was a commander that cared about all 3 modes, this one kind of does. The treasures are a little but sometimes you just want them. right? And sometimes the treasures is what you need. So I think this is just good. So if this is good, then maybe the token draw, or whenever a creature enters of power 2, whatever the white ones are, and draw a card, like maybe you can play that too, or more of them. But the more you put in your deck that cares about your commander's text box, the worse your deck is going to be when your opponent doesn't trigger it. I think on average, having played a bunch of games, it will trigger in most games, right? And honestly, the vast majority of games will have something going on, but your opponent does have control over when that happens, at least for the most part, right? I mean, sometimes they just can't choose anything. I had a black, what was it? The Tezzeret, the black-blue Tezzeret player, just played the Mana Dork Mana Rocks instead of the Mana Rocks, and then I just didn't draw any cards or loot or do whatever. Or what is it? It's Recruit. I guess it's Recruit. Wasn't Recruit? Oh, it's Enlist. Enlist is the alchemy one, so Recruit. Haha. And that kind of hosed me because the tokens would have been really good, especially in that spot. But yeah, I mean, Cathartic Reunion is another one. I mean, it's a 5-mana bomb. It might just be better than this. I don't know how fancy the 2/2 is, but if you have, is it Cathar's Crusade? Something like that? Yeah, Cathar's Crusade. I was saying Reunion. Again, how much do you want to go into this before your opponent just stops casting cards that make this matter? This also costs 5, so that's kind of way out there, right? It doesn't immediately do anything like Elspeth does at 5 mana. So, or actually even whenever I was just looking at this one, whatever, you know, the room I was just looking at, does something immediately, whereas, it's not a room, it's this thing. So many card types now. Everything's blending. Everything's bleeding together. Rooms and Enlist and Recruit. I'm losing my mind. But yeah, it doesn't immediately do stuff like these, so I'm not sure. This never came up, but it could, right? It could. There's a game where this would have done something. Just didn't have any of those games. You know, one could argue remove this and add a creature that just swings, and then you're harder to deal with instead of like, I have this 4-mana card that's only going to matter after you've put too much in the way and my stuff doesn't die, or if it does, I have time to cast the 5-mana side and then rebuild, and like it is honestly really slow. It probably is better off being a creature, honestly. But again, just ideas, things to consider that you might not otherwise consider. And yeah, so I said I wasn't going to finish the deck lists in the outro, and I did it anyways. I can't help myself. I love deck building, but yeah, so better than I thought. Honestly, better than I thought. Is it a thing you're going to play in ranked? I don't know. It will trigger more in ranked than non-ranked, but your opponent's decks are a lot more problematic. But some of the really problematic commanders, for a lot of opponents at least, can be fairly good matchups, like Yuriko or Katara. You can kind of just play this and then they're just really annoyed, right? They can't really safely swing with Katara. Yuriko might not ever leave play, and it's just stuck in play, and they're not drawing any cards unless they have flying ninjas, which there's not too many of those. Unblockable auras, I guess, if that's a thing. But this isn't really a common thing to see, so I don't think most people are tuning their decks to beat the mono white thing. Also, I don't even know if this is the mono white commander to play in the first place. I've actually seen Thalia, and I've seen it have a fair degree of success in ranked, because just the tempo is sometimes too much in a format where everything costs like 1, 2, or 3. But yeah, all right. So I like this. The equipment package is just always good. It's modular. You can fine tune it if you want. I liked what I was doing here. This is unfortunately a really good craft. I must recommend it. Any mono white commander just really enjoys the equipment angle. Enlightened Tutor. That will certainly come in. Actually, I'll take out that. I want Enlightened Tutor. Just finding equipment proved itself to be quite nice. So, all right. Hopefully that was all cohesive and made sense. But yeah, all right. Let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Here to say hi, thanks for the stream. Before you go 8 hours back to the stream. All right, well, hello, goodbye.